Chapters 11 through 20 of the Enchiridion. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. The Enchiridion by Epictetus, translated by Percy Matheson. Chapter 11. Never say of anything, I lost it, but say, I gave it back. Has your child died? It was given back. Has your wife died? She was given back. Has your estate been taken from you? Was not this also given back? But you say, he who took it from me is wicked. What does it matter to you through whom the giver asked it back? As long as he gives it you, take care of it, but not as your own. Treat it as passers-by treat an inn. Chapter 12. If you wish to make progress, abandon reasonings of this sort. If I neglect my affairs, I shall have nothing to live on. If I do not punish my son, he will be wicked. For it is better to die of hunger, so that you be free from pain and free from fear, than to live in plenty and be troubled in mind. It is better for your son to be wicked than for you to be miserable. Wherefore, begin with little things. Is your drop of oil spilt? Is your sup of wine stolen? Say to yourself, this is the price paid for freedom from passion. This is the price of a quiet mind. Nothing can be had without a price. When you call your slave boy, reflect that he may not be able to hear you, and if he hears you, he may not be able to do anything you want. But he is not so well off that it rests with him to give you peace of mind. Chapter 13. If you wish to make progress, you must be content in external matters to seem a fool and a simpleton. Do not wish men to think you know anything, and if any should think you to be somebody, distrust yourself. For know that it is not easy to keep your will in accord with nature, and at the same time keep outward things. If you attend to one, you must needs neglect the other. Chapter 14. It is silly to want your children and your wife and your friends to live forever, for that means that you want what is not in your control to be in your control, and what is not your own to be yours. In the same way, if you want your servant to make no mistakes, you are a fool, for you want vice not to be vice, but something different. But if you want not to be disappointed in your will to get, you can attain to that. Exercise yourself then in what lies in your power. Each man's master is the man who has authority over what he wishes or does not wish, to secure the one or to take away the other. Let him then who wishes to be free not wish for anything or avoid anything that depends on others, or else he is bound to be a slave. Chapter 15. Remember that you must behave in life as you would at a banquet. A dish is handed round and comes to you. Put out your hand and take it politely. It passes you. Do not stop it. It has not reached you. Do not be impatient to get it, but wait till your turn comes. Bear yourself thus towards children, wife, office, wealth, and one day you will be worthy to banquet with the gods. But if when they are set before you, you do not take them, but despise them, then you shall not only share the gods' banquet, but shall share their rule. For by doing so, Diogenes and Heraclitus and men like them were called divine and deserve the name. Chapter 16. When you see a man shedding tears and sorrow for a child abroad or dead, or for loss of property, beware that you are not carried away by the impression that it is outward ills that make him miserable. Keep this thought by you. What distresses him is not the event, for that does not distress another, but his judgment on the event. Therefore, do not hesitate to sympathize with him so far as words go, and if it so chance, even to groan with him. But take heed that you do not also groan in your inner being. Chapter 17. Remember that you are an actor in a play, and the playwright chooses the manner of it. If he wants it short, it is short. If long, it is long. If he wants you to act a poor man, you must act the part with all your powers. And so if your part be a cripple, or a magistrate, or or a plain man. For your business is to act the character that is given you, and act it well. The choice of the cast is another's. Chapter 18. When a raven croaks with evil omen, let not the impression carry you away, but straightway distinguish in your own mind and say, these portents mean nothing to me, but only to my bit of a body, or my bit of property, or name, or my children, or my wife. But for me, all omens are favorable if I will, for, whatever the issue may be, it is in my power to benefit therefrom. Chapter 19. You can be invincible if you never enter on a contest where victory is not in your power. Beware then that when you see a man raised to honor, or to great power, or high repute, you do not let your impression carry you away. For if the reality of good lies in what is in our power, there is no room for envy or jealousy. And you will not wish to be praetor, or prefect, or consul, but to be free. And there is but one way to freedom, to despise what is not in our power. Chapter 20. Remember that foul words or blows in themselves are no outrage, but your judgment that they are so. So when anyone makes you angry, know that it is your own thought that is angry. Wherefore, make it your first endeavor not to let your impressions carry you away. For if once you gain time and delay, you will find it easier to control yourself. End of chapters 11 through 20, recorded by John Peterson.